in before you trap yourself inside of a solved puzzle.
Wouldn't be the first time. Tippity tap, open the cap.
There are 3 terminals remaining. Keep going.
I know, I can count.
Well, you never say anything, so he doesn't know for sure.
Yeah, Zelda makes a comment about it. Yeah, no, there's actually... You can find Zelda's diary, and at some point she's like, I've solved the mystery to why Link never speaks. He's decided to adopt a cool, silent persona to inspire an aura of, you know, confidence in everyone else, because he's clearly so confident. I don't know if I should tell him it's not working.
You should tell him it's not working.
Yeah, we talked about this last time, and then Cameron's like, if I ever do that, you guys would tell me, right? And we're like, we'll laugh about it first, then tell you.
Yep.
That's fair. I mean, as long as you tell me eventually.
Yeah. You'll eventually know. Then again, I don't know if we would, because we never told Eric it's not working.
What did Eric try to do?
That exact thing. He thinks he's the quiet, cool type. He's neither of those things.
He thinks he's a tormented soul, misunderstood by the world.
I will
In
sometimes...
actuality, he's just a tool.
I will sometimes bring headphones with me in the hopes that people just won't talk to me.
Yeah, but I mean,
And that
that's
seems
just
to work.
that's just human reaction. Sometimes you just don't want to talk to people.
Yep.
Yep.
And that's why it's nice to sometimes have headphones in your bag.
We
Go for a ride.
Actually, now that I really think about it, I carry a lot of shit just on me because it comes in handy a lot.
Like those HDMI cords.
Yeah, like those HDMI cords, the duct tape. Fuck, what else do I have? A calculator.
Several candies that you don't like.
What?
No, there's a lot of times you've given me
I-
candies that you've gotten tired of.
Yeah, that's because I live next to a bulk barn. So,
Yeah.
like, I try new candies, and not all of them can be winners.
Yeah, law of averages.
Statistically speaking.
Yeah. Fuck you.
Nice
That-
view.
You fall out of that fucking window.
That, and if you've eaten nothing but gummy bears for the last 3 days, the last thing you want is more of those fucking gummy bears that you
I think
bought, so
only
you
you-
give them to Jay.
Yeah.
That's
I was gonna say
very true.
that's a very singular problem you have, Cameron. It's not really a relatable thing.
Thank God my metabolism is just...
Fucking outrageous.
Yep.
You didn't really think that through.
I'm sure someone out there has eaten nothing but gummy bears for like a day or two.
Oh, I'm sure.
Well,
Just
I mean,
before
there's
they
those...
had- just before they had their left foot amputated for
Yeah.
diabetes.
Diabetes?
Diabetes? Giant penis?
I am so sick of diabetes Rex here.
Jay!
No, there's a thing down here. See?
Okay.
You remember that whole thing I was
Yeah.
having a problem with earlier? Boom, solved.
Almost. I would love it if physics just caught up with him and he flew backwards.
Gone.
Whisked out into space.
Okay. Oh, right, now I remember what I gotta do.
I'm actually surprised physics hasn't caught up with you and knocked you back.
Nah, it's fine, this bird likes me.
It's not bird, it's air pressure. The air pressure should be pushing you backwards.
Don't think about it too
In
much.
fact, it should fuck up that arrow something fierce.
Like that? Howdy.
Right? Do anything to you?
No.
A boomerang in your hand.
Yeah, I just sits there looking menacing.
Yeah, looking. That's enough. You can let me go now.
Where are you trying to get to?
Down there.
Oh! You...
Whoop.
Ooh.
That was some interesting sailing, Jay.
Yeah.
Hey man, it worked.
There's 2 more to go.
One more.
Just 1 terminal remaining. What do you know?
Yeah, go figure, I'm good at
Does
this.
he become less of a cunt?
Not so much less of a cunt as he becomes slightly more impressed.
Oh.
He
okay.
it's one of those things where it's not like he's less of a cunt, he's just less...
Less of a cunt to you.
Yeah. He's still a bit of a cunt, but, I mean, you can't cure that. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Well,
Good work, Link. Legendary hero.
It's fine, I'll land somewhere.
Doing a good job.
How do you get back up?
Same way you got up the first time.
Well, I can teleport up there now.
Oh, that's a good point.
You know, I'm actually very curious if I can land or if it's going to kill me at some point.
Well, as long as you don't run out of stamina.
You can probably land on that platform.
Nope.
Oh!
Hard bottom.
Okay.
That's dumb.
That is dumb. It should just load up the rest of the world, unload the dungeon, and just let you go.
So where is that? That's inside the wing? How does the fuck... Didn't think that through entirely.
Nope.
So it's up in there somewhere. So how do I get in there? Autica.
Is it in the wing? Specific? Oh, wait. Drop down. I think one of those was hollow.
Yeah, probably. No, because I already was in there.
No, one of those, like, window things. Might be... No, they're just reflective. My bad.
Well, I mean, some of them are, like, clearly openable, but... That's bizarre.
Some kind of hopscotch puzzle? Some kind of flower on the top. I don't know.
I don't know what the fuck's going on. I don't know what the fuck this is. What's going on?
You know what it is. If I roll it big. Ravioli, ravioli, give me the formuoli.
God damn.
Ah, fuck, that was great.
Meme garbage.
Yeah, you post way too much meme trash on my fucking Facebook wall.
No such thing. Memes are life.
Christ. It's gotten bad, Cameron, to the point where Facebook is just... Or, like, YouTube is now recommending for my fucking, recommended videos just, literally just meme garbage. Like, the kind of shit Ian has been non-stop shit posting on my wall.
Oh, man.
Just 24/7 meme shit.
You're just jelly mad at my mad shit posting skills.
I know I posted this on Facebook, but... Wow, how did we... We're dumb.
We probably were looking right at it and just never, like, fucking registered.
We're dumb.
Yeah, that's about right.
But, basically, Facebook has an algorithm that determines people's political affiliations and links them to web pages, like, or Facebook groups that they think would fit with that.
Yeah.
And Facebook just cannot place me. Which means I get this weird mix of, like, hard right and hard left.
That's hilarious.
So I get shit like Occupy Democrats logic, which just makes fun of left-wing fallacies. And then I get shit like shit bootlickers say, which makes fun of left-wingers who aren't left-wing enough to overthrow the government.
That's hilarious.
So you got the two extremes, people who aren't left-wing enough and people who are too left-wing.
Well, from what it seems, all the memes that I get are either people who are super left-wing saying the left-wing isn't left-wing enough, people who are right-wing saying the left-wing is going crazy, and just people in general saying that Trump was a bad idea in retrospect.
I think all of those parties are correct.
Yeah.
The left is too extreme and not left-wing enough?
Yes.
The left is too extreme, but not extreme enough.
What they need to do is cut themselves in half.
That's what they're segmenting themselves into, like, 64ths as we speak, Jay.
Exactly. They need to do it, though.
This is what the Oppression Olympics is doing. It's causing people who have legitimate grievances
to be buried under people who want attention.
Yes.
Which is what I've been saying for years, but everyone just thinks I was being a racist, apparently. To which I eventually learned that the proper response was, but I can't be racist. I'm a minority.
Yeah. Once you can play the minority trump card, it kind of just is over.
You know, even...
See, then it becomes a Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel as we start comparing minority trump cards.
Well, considering Trump's in power and you're Middle Eastern,
yeah.
I'm gonna go with you win.
Yeah. My trump card is actually Trump.
Your trump card is that if you tried to get into the country now, Trump wouldn't let you.
Yeah. Actually, my dad got held up at the border. They let him through, but, like, because he... Yeah, like all the Ganons look cool. Like all the Ganon monsters look cool.
Yeah.
Wait till you hear this fucking thing's name, by the way.
Yeah, it was Windblight Ganon.
Yeah. That sounds hype!
That
Yeah.
is pretty fucking hype.
Like, this would be an acceptable Demon Prince.
Actually, one thing that I find really funny is, like, everyone seems to be working under a different definition of what counts as racist now.
Yep.
Where some people are like,
Ouch.
well, systemic racism is now the baseline racism. And other people are like, no, that's why the adjective systemic exists. And,
I get very little time to stop that.
it's turning into a legitimate fight on the internet. And, my solution to that is to point them to Rational Wiki, which makes MSNBC look right wing, and Rational Wiki says that no, this isn't what racism means. And the second is to say, well, look, if you want to argue semantics all day long, we can do that, or we can just substitute the phrase racist for asshole, and then it becomes a lot clearer as to who means what.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, at the end of the day, pretty much, they decided that calling people shits and assholes didn't really get their point across, I guess, or make people sympathetic enough to them.
Mm-hmm.
Go figure, people don't like to be called various things.
Yep.
And I still maintain that was part of the reason why they got them shit wrecked in the election.
Because they were calling people racist for things that clearly weren't racist.
Yeah, and I mean, like, look at how well that worked for that little boy and that wolf.
What?
Crying wolf.
Oh, I thought you were making an allusion to Rome. Never mind.
No, my political jokes don't go that far. If I want to make an allusion to Rome, it's usually about how great Rome was for everyone who was not.
Just for everyone who was a patrician.
Yeah.
To everyone born in Rome to a wealthy family.
No, you can earn your spot.
Well, yeah, but with Rome, the only way to really earn your spot was through the military. And unfortunately, with Rome, military, like legionnaires and centurions and shit, had to buy their own arms and armor.
Huh.
So you had to have enough money to join the military to increase your status.
Or you had to have a parent in the military and they already had shit to give you.
Yeah.
Didn't have to be good, you just had to have it.
Yeah, it just had to meet minimum specifications.
Is it a shield and a spear? Yes, you're in.
There were
Do
a
you
lot
have
of
all
people.
of your fingers?
Yep.
There were a lot.
You didn't
of
even
people...
need all your fingers.
No, you didn't.
You didn't need all your teeth either.
That isn't to say that Rome wasn't significantly better than the rest of the world at the time, and you might want to heal.
Yep.
But it did have problems, and the people who were like, Rome was perfect, they're fucking idiots.
Rome was not perfect. I just really like Rome.
Rome wasn't perfect, but for its time, it was great.
I mean, what were the alternatives at the time?
Gallia.
The barbarians?
Exactly.
I guess there was also the Arab world. I also like the Ottomans.
Well, most of that was in Rome.
Are
Are we talking like peak Roman Empire, like right when it stopped being a democracy and they started like conquering everything?
Possibly.
Because if we're talking then, most
Most of the world was Rome.
yeah.
What with the conquering and such.
The Middle East was basically just
Rome 2, Electric Boogaloo.
yeah. The Ottoman Empire sort of came up from the Byzantines.
Yep.
Hold
on.
Which came from the Romans. So I mean,
Yeah, we've already. Oh man, I remember that conversation where with Patrick, where we were just like, "Oh yeah, the Holy Roman Empire," which was none of those things.
yeah.
And Patrick got mad.
It didn't contain the Pope. It didn't contain Rome, and it was in no way an empire.
Yeah.
The lying fucks.
Well, think about the People's Democratic Republic of Korea. It's none of
Yep,
those things.
it is none of those
Ian,
things.
Hitler promised not to invade Czechoslovakia. People lie.
Yeah, no, I gotcha.
Hitler also promised a redistribution of the wealth. That didn't happen either.
Well, I mean, it did. He took all
did.
the wealth away from
Just
the
not
Jews.
to the
Okay,
people.
yeah, there was a redistribution of wealth, but not in the way that was implied.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. He gave them what he promised.
Look, Cameron, honesty in politicians is never a precise science.
It's just...
They
a-
look-
Why am I trying to argue semantics about Hitler?
Those fucking,
What does this channel do to us?
Those fucking missiles look kind of like big flying butt plugs.
This is what happens when you invite someone on the channel who spent a very long time studying politics and econ.
So what we have is a history buff, a political buff, and a guy who just likes very specific parts of both of those things. Holy shit!
Time to die, motherfucker!
What the fuck is this, this fucking Gundam shit he's doing?
The wrath of the gods.
Clear. Oh shit, he's now starting to tilt his head slightly and dodge.
He's listing lazily to the left. Maybe use bomb arrows. They might finish him off way faster.
Yeah, probably. I actually totally have a lot, too.
42, that is a good amount.
Hey, Windblight Ganon, fuck you. How about
You
I
should have been
blight...
doing this the whole time.
Yeah, no, I don't know why. Well, I don't know why I was using the pea shooter when the shotgun will do it. You know what? The important thing, he's dead.
Yep.
He's dead and we never have to look at him again.
Which is a shame, because I like him.
Yeah, he actually is
Pretty cool design.
Yeah. The Blight Ganons have a cool design.
I actually think Calamity Ganon is my least favorite Ganon thus far.
He's just a giant astral pig.
Yes.
I mean, to be fair, we're unclear what he really looks like.
Yeah, but I mean, taking the form of a giant astral pig isn't as cool as this flying metal, like,
Well, I
1.5 armed monstrosity that shoots lasers.
Yeah, but I mean, like, we haven't seen Ganon proper yet. He's probably going to take a real form when you go to fight him. This is... Actually, like, all things considered, this is just Ganon having given up and just like, you know what? I'm just gonna let my raw emotions run wild. Oh, cool, my raw emotions are a giant murder pig. That's convenient.
That is very convenient.
That'll do. How much better would Charlotte's Web have been if Wilbur was just a giant emotional rage pig?
Wilbur
much
was
better.
Ganon the whole time.
Yeah.
That'll do, pig. That'll do.
You thought I was Piggo, but I am Ganon. Bamboozled again!
I am Gano.
I am Gano.
I'm getting so fucking sick of doggo memes.
Yeah.
Impossible.
They were
Are you
funny,
saying that
like...
you're being bamboozled, Cameron?
No, I'm saying I'm being annoyed.
I got bamboozled.
Bamboozled implies that I was tricked.
Doing Cam a heckin' agitate.
Yes. That would be
Doing
correct.
him a raging.
Doing him a raging.
Doing Cam a butt befuddlement.
Doing Cam an anally agitate.
Cavity calamity.
Derriere disturbed.
Well, I used to have one
So
for
she
E.
tickled.
Yeah.
You defeated him, eh?
Yeah, I did the thing.
Sphincter shattered.
Yeah. Pooper peeved.
Pooper peeved is
Revali,
always a good one.
Revali, give me the Ganon Alley.
Rev Valley, give me the jumpy-oli.
Ravioli,
Ravioli,
give me the death I
deserve,
deserve, Ioli. Oh, fuck.
One of these days, if we ever get popular, I want to put that on a t-shirt. Just the three of us with an apathetic look in that slogan.
Oh my god, yes.
The sacred skill that I have dubbed Revali
Truth be
Ganon.
told, his skill is actually super useful.
Jump super high?
Yeah, no, like you jump like 2 stories.
Well, yeah, it's gonna help you scale a shitload of towers.
Yeah, also because it makes a gust, you can totally hover.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Can you only use it once a day?
3 times.
Oh, nice.
But it
Uh,
only respawns uses 2 and 3 once you've gone to 0 for some reason.
Yeah,
Yeah, it doesn't respawn
Now
natively.
time to move on and
That's
start
fucking
on
dumb.
preparations for Metal
Whatever, it is what it is.
Oh,
that's
man.
that's the way they chose to do it, and fuck it.
So apparently,
I'm gonna silent that.
So apparently, Switch emulation has now reached near 100% levels, and they've actually got these games running on 4K. So, really cool post that I saw a while ago is I'd like to thank all my friends who bought a Switch to beta test Breath of the Wild for the PC consumers.
Ooh.
Like you said, Jay, we're gonna have a second renaissance of modding greatness when Breath of the Wild becomes a common PC thing.
Yep. Oh man. I saw one where a dude got super mad because he was sharing his like crack of the game, and Nintendo sent him a cease and desist.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, I know a guy right
I
now
mean,
who's...
they were completely in there right.
Yeah,
'cause
no,
yeah.
definitely.
And he got super mad about it, and then someone's like, to be fair,
You are doing something.
you are breaking the law super hard.
Yep.
Oh man, there's...
And then you were public about it. Like, he was sharing it on his Twitter with
Yeah.
his face and name. And everyone was just like,
You're an idiot.
yeah, not only are you an idiot, you almost ruined it for the rest of us.
Like, I know a guy who's spoofing amiibos right now, and, like, I'm not gonna say his fucking name.
Yeah. Truth be told, like, when you offered that, I considered it, but then I was like, I don't want to risk it, because if at any point it gets caught, Nintendo will ban the account.
Yeah.
And in case you hadn't noticed, a lot of the games we play on this channel are Nintendo games, so I need that account
Yeah.
to download and play these channel
But you
things.
could be playing with Fierce Deity Link Armor.
I could just go get that amiibo when it comes out. Ever since the bubble burst, amiibos are cheap and plentiful.
Yeah, but that amiibo's not out yet. Don't you want to be one of those people who pays $800 for a PS4?
I always find that hysterical, where people pay so much money to get it early, and I'm like, I'll just wait the 2 days. Like those guys who pirated Pokemon Sun and Moon 2 days early, and then got their accounts shut down. And it's like, yeah, you used the online services for a game that's not out yet. What did you think was gonna happen?
Mm-hmm.
Meadow, we've been
Oh man, I actually really like the way FromSoft deals with pirates like that. What they do is all the servers are active and they work normally and they don't ban anyone. But what they do is they put constant invasions by computer-generated phantoms with almost infinite stats. So, like, you try to go into the first dungeon, you get invaded by a FromSoft phantom, and you get one shot.
Oh man.
But
I like
if
the-
you're super good, you can still get through.
I still love the Batman way of handling it.
Where you just stop being able to hover?
Yeah, where they fuck with the game on an internal level. So if you ever pirated any of the Arkham games and it triggered the piracy detection, instead of gliding on his cape like Batman would, he flaps his arms like a retard, so he can't actually hover. And there's several segments in the game that you cannot beat if that's the case.
Oh my god, that's brilliant.
Because you need to hover.
Yeah.
And at one point, someone like reports it as a bug, like, hey, there's something wrong with my game. Batman keeps flapping his arms like an idiot. And one of the devs was just like, there's not a problem with a game, there's a problem with your moral code.
Oh, fucking savage.
And I'm like, you know what? That was actually a really good comeback.
Yeah.
There's 4 games in particular that I think have some of the best examples of DRM to study. One is Game Dev Tycoon, where if you pirate the game, all the games that you make, slowly more and more of them get pirated. So eventually, it becomes impossible to win the game because your games are getting pirated because you pirated a copy of Game Dev Tycoon, which led to people posting on the internet, like, my games in Game Dev Tycoon keep getting pirated, can I research DRM to stop this somehow in the game? Which is just like, oh my god, they did not catch the irony at all.
That's hilarious.
Well, what do you expect? It's dudes who steal video games.
Yep.
These are people who already don't really get it.
The second is Prison Architect. What it is that,
Holy shit! He leaned in fast.
when you have a Steam account with Prison Architect attached to it, you can create your own prisoner with your own backstory, with your own arrest record, and what have you.
Yeah.
And it gets sent out into the random generator for other people, and it might end up as a prisoner in their prison.
That's really cool.
If you pirate the game, what happens is they erase everything, and you become a maximum security convict for indie game piracy.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Which I think is totally cool, because they don't even tell you that, but everyone else knows.
Oh,
Yeah, everyone else knows what you did. Like that time I ate a KFC Double Down. Walking down the street looked like everyone was judging me. They didn't even know who I was. But I could feel their scorn.
Number 3, Serious Sam. Whenever you pirate a Serious Sam game, what happens is you get attacked by giant robot scorpions. And they're not normally part of the game.
Yeah.
And every time you kill one, you get like 3 minutes of peace, and then a slightly stronger one shows up. And you keep doing this until you either lose to the scorpions or win the game.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so it's legitimately like some people will pirate Serious Sam games just to see how far they can make it with these scorpions.
That's pretty cool.
And finally, there's Alan... Devolver Digital's pretty cool about stuff. And finally, there's Alan Wake, which is my absolute favorite form of DRM. When they released Alan Wake, what they did was, the day it came out, they also released a crack on BitTorrent for the full game that works completely as normal.
Yeah.
And the only change is that if you play the BitTorrent version, Your character plays the entire game with an eye patch that has a skull and crossbones on it.
Oh my god.
That seems more like a reward to me.
I know. The best response I've seen to that is, oh, this is just another case of DRM only hurting the legitimate consumer.
Oh god. Okay,
But still, favorite kind of DRM I've seen.
I've seen one better DRM, and it was for, surprisingly enough, a rhythm game.
Okay.
And if you pirated the game, the DRM would kick in. And what it would do would be to change every single music track in the game to vuvuzelas. Every single one was loud, obnoxious, which was great because it would still have the rhythm tracks.
Yep, and you can still play it, but
Yeah.
it'd be loud and obnoxious.
Yeah. Like, you couldn't hear any of the legit music that was playing, just the vuvuzelas.
I love DRM like that, where it lets you play the game, but it just makes it a pain in the butt.
Yep. Like, the Batman one's subtle, too, because it's not it lets you play the game to a point.
Yeah. Yeah.
And if you're really stupid, you'll try to report it.
Yep.
At which point, people will laugh at you.
Goddamn.
Like,
Think I could
there-
peg that fox? Damn it!
Nope.
Evidently not. Like,
Oh, I missed it.
there's no way to truly prevent piracy. No matter what you do, there are going to be
Get outta
some
here.
people who want your game for free and will not pay money for it.
Yeah, because I've always found that to be a bit of an asshole thing. Like, oh, well, I'm just gonna pirate it because of reasons. It's like, fuck you, man. If you legitimately enjoy the game, just support the guys who made it.
Generally, when I pirate a game, it's because it's for the PS1, and to buy a disc is like $300 at
Well, yeah, no, like, at
Fuck that.
I was gonna say, if you're buying it at resale, they're not getting the money either way, and I don't give a shit. Like, my big thing is, like, if it's on a game that is, by all rights, easily accessible in stores, I mean,
yeah.
just fucking pay for it. Because, I mean, best case scenario, your money helps be the deciding factor of, hey, let's make a sequel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, that's the thing. That's what I never get. People are like, oh, I really love this game, so I pirated it all. Well, how the fuck do the developers know you like the game, then?
Mm-hmm. The only time I pirate games is when I legitimately cannot afford them.
Yeah.
It is not a lost sale because I could not have bought that $300 game.
Yeah,
Yep.
like, for me, it's the same thing. It's like, okay, I'm not gonna go onto eBay or to a hobby pawn shop or whatever and pay, like, $600 to get Final Fantasy VII. I will pirate and emulate Final Fantasy VII, and at this point, I'm not costing the developer anything, because they haven't printed a copy in 10 years.
Oh, I pirated Xenoblade before it came out in the West because it did not come out in North America, but there was an English version for Europe.
Yep.
So I pirated the shit out of that.
Again, yeah.
I could not acquire it legally.
Yeah.
So
Well, unless you fucking went to, like, some Brit shop, but most of them don't fucking ship to the colonies anyway.
Well, even if I did, the Wii is region locked. I would have
Oh, yeah,
had
you're
to
right.
buy a British Wii, a British copy of that game, and a British fucking power adapter on top of that.
Oh yeah, because the Brits have their
Goddamn.
weird-ass two-prong system, like savages.
Savages.
So, like, that's a point where I cannot legally acquire it.
And yeah, like I said, that's fine. Like, if you have no way of getting your hands on it, no one's gonna fault you for getting your hands on it.
It's not a lost sale if
Yeah.
you could not have gotten it.
Yeah. It's not a lost sale if you never made it, like, you can't blame me for not buying your thing when you don't try to sell it to me.
Yep.
You better be worth it.
It's like when people make their
Boom.
desktop background the Mona
Ooh.
Lisa. Technically, the Louvre still owns the rights to that, but I mean, you can't afford the Mona Lisa. So, what do? You print it off.
Nailed it!
What?
I didn't know that could happen! Holy shit!
That was fucking
The
awesome.
arms are boomerangs?
At least that one certainly
What
was.
the fuck is that? What the fuck is that weight thing?